So many of us are trying to manifest. We're trying to heal. We're trying to create. But I want to take you out of that aspect of manifesting, of trying, and take you into the place of knowing, a gentle knowing, a normalization of the huge. You see, the thing is you don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you know yourself to be, what you know to be true. So if you are looking to manifest and create or heal, it's about a deep, gentle knowing. I've said it so many times. It's the gentle, peaceful knowing that it is done. I went from being a student to being a creator. And how did I do that? And how can you do it? Well, you do it from realizing that everything you've learned, everything that you want to be, you take it from head knowledge and you put it into heart knowledge. And today I'm going to explain exactly how to do it. I'm going to explain how you take it from the mind and bring it into the body. So there's an interesting thing, and we need to go back into the essence of creation. We're taught it so wonderfully in the Bible. We're taught it by the creation story, which I've spoken about a number of times on the Bible. In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was God. Okay? And so what does that mean? So it means that in the beginning of all of this, before reality exploded into existence, there was an awareness, there was a consciousness. You have that Christ consciousness within you because we are told that we are the children of God. That means we are a fragment of that whole that exploded into existence so it could become aware of something. It could start to interact with something. And that's why there's this physical plane. But I want to tell you, we make too much of this physical plane like it is actually a real solid thing. And we turn it from less energy, more into matter, the more that we emotionally embrace and interact with how it makes us feel. So I want to tell you with love and with peace in my heart that when you get a deep knowing of your own power and of how you can heal, how you can manifest, that's when things start to change. But we're taught again that we succumb to the serpent in the Garden of Eden. The next big story in the Bible after creation is Adam and Eve, right? But there's a serpent, and that serpent doesn't represent a physical devil, a temptation. It's the temptation of getting succumbed by reality. You see, the serpent is fear, and fear offers us a chance to take a bite of reality and become so obsessed with it that now we lose our connection to divinity. You see, we can create heaven on earth when we don't succumb to the fears of life. And what's the opposite of fearing something? It's knowing something, isn't it? So if I know it, it's not as hard to fear. Let me put it this way. I suppose it's like walking down an alleyway and you see a shadow there and you think it's a figure. But you walk down it and you don't know who it is, you're going to be very scared. But if you walk down it and you know you're meeting your Father down there, then you don't feel scared of that shadow. So the only difference is the knowing, is the certainty. So how do you create certainty in yourself to heal, create, or manifest? Well, I have found that it's by becoming the awareness within you, that going back to that same place of consciousness. And it's learning to master your emotions beyond all doubt. You see, it's hard to have clarity and to have faith in something when you're so emotionally reactive and responsive. So many people are living a life where they jump from emotion to emotion to emotion, that they never actually get a chance to sit with clarity, to focus on the thing that they do want. And I tell you this, it's like the lake. It's like the lake in the in the storm. If there is a storm and the lake is going wild with all the waves and everything, and you throw a massive rock in there, it doesn't affect the lake. But if you still the waters of the mind or find peace and learn to master that emotion, and you can focus now, even the gentlest petal landing on the lake sends a massive ripple across the whole thing. That is what they're talking about when they talk about quantum physics and having an interaction with something and putting out a signal into the universe. I call it more connecting with your true self, connecting with God. I'm not afraid to understand that the Bible was a collection of stories to teach me how to create heaven on earth. And heaven on earth happens when you let go of such emotional connective preferences. Now, surrender mixed with intention allows you to start to know. You see, every time I've felt the resistance of my own fears and I've let it go, I've become very peaceful and aligned. From there, I start to intend, and it becomes so much a way of training my subconscious mind to accept the new idea that it doesn't just become wishful thinking. It becomes a deep knowing. It becomes a deep understanding. And I use it in every aspect of my life, you see, friends. I use it in so many aspects of my life. I use it in the smallest things, and I use it in the biggest things. So, for example, when my little kitten escaped a couple of years ago into the winter wildness, everyone thought she was dead, but I let go of my emotions. I let go of the need to save the cat because I wanted my daughter to be happy, and I just started to let go. From there, I could claim Mittens, her name is. Mittens is divinely guided by God to come back. She is whole and well and safe. She is guided. But from there from that peaceful intention becomes a relaxed knowing. And so what happened was I visualized after doing that for about a couple of days, and I visualized my wife sending me a picture of Mittens drinking milk. And I'm telling you, I was away when I was still doing some gigs at the time and singing. I was away at an event performing, and I got the WhatsApp, and I've just known. And I just use it in every aspect of life now. So now that I've learned to master my emotions, I'm able to grow in faith over time and become knowing of my own power and connectiveness to this life. And this is what I teach. This is what I've been trying to tell people. You don't need to force elevated emotions, gratitude, try and force yourself to imagine something with such a joy. You visualize, you affirm, but you add no power to it. You do it because you know what you're doing and why you're doing it. There is no need to add power because you do not add power to the divine. And once you do that, you start to know the truth. You start to see it play out in front of you, and it becomes even a deeper knowing. So now, even though I've done it in small things, I've done it in big things, like this month, having to invest tens of thousands of pounds into things. And I just assumed that God is the source of my supply and will replenish me. And he replenished me exactly to the point that I started the month at. So not only have I had the most expensive month, it's all been returned in 1 month. This seems to be what my life does in front of me. So I want you to know this is yours too. You can have it too. I hope this helps, and thank you for watching this video.